I'm Phil Norris, and I wrote a book called New Roads to Old Places. And it's set in Montgomery in the 1960s when I was a teenage boy. So now on our path back in time, we're going to September of 1962. George Wallace is the incoming governor to be inaugurated in January, and he has promised segregation of the schools and to fight integration at all cost. He's going around the South supporting segregationist governors. He went to Georgia, and particularly he went to Mississippi, where Ross Barnett is governor and has vowed to stop the integration of the University of Mississippi. Wallace is right there, front and center, and pledging segregation in Alabama that will last forever. That's where we are at this point in time, but things are heating up. James Meredith has been trying to get admitted to the University of Mississippi, and the federal courts have ordered that he be admitted to the University of Mississippi. And we see George Wallace going over there and stirring things up. He is moving our state and the South toward violence. And how do we know this? Bobby Shelton, the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, had a meeting in Tuscaloosa of all the Klansmen from all over the South, and they vowed to support the governor. We saw 50 individuals from Alabama go to Oxford, Mississippi on the final day. They have been fighting this for a year now. The final day when John Fitzgerald Kennedy said, we are going to integrate the University of Mississippi. Why were people going from Alabama? They had been urged to go to Oxford, Mississippi. What happened when they brought James Meredith to be registered? There was a riot. There were thugs and Klansmen from all over. And guess what happened? 2 people were murdered, and several U.S. Marshals were shot. There were 700 U.S. Marshals on the campus. There was violence and cars burned, and this is where we're going, because Wallace has promised the same thing in Alabama. We see the pot starting to boil, and Wallace is the flame. Ross Barnett said he would go to jail before the University of Mississippi would be integrated. Well, the federal judges in New Orleans, a panel, said, fine, we will put you in jail. John Kennedy sent 23,000 U.S. Army troops to Oxford, Mississippi. Ross Barnett said, well, I guess we'll let James Meredith go to school here. And he was admitted. What we are seeing is Martin Luther King has, with the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, he has gotten Vivian Malone from Mobile, Alabama, to apply to the University of Alabama, along with another student. And so it is coming in the spring to Alabama, and Wallace is going to be inaugurated as governor in January. Now, back to the novel, New Roads to Old Places. Where are we in September of 1962? Pip is off to his new school, the New Roads School, and he is very isolated. He doesn't really know anybody there, and he is in a new environment. His father has decided they need to straighten him out, and so they put him in a religious school. Things start to gel for Pip. He is starting to find his way, but guess what? He is not going to be told what to do. And so changes are not going to happen to Pip. Pip is going to bring about changes at his new school.